The weight of betrayal feels like 1,000 bricks crashing onto your chest. It doesn't just hurt, it shatters your heart into pieces you never thought possible. When you place your trust in someone, you give them a part of your soul. To watch that trust shattered is like seeing a part of yourself die slowly. Betrayal doesn't just break hearts, it changes everything. The world feels different when the person you love most betrays you. The pain of being cheated on doesn't just come from the act itself, but from the realization that the love you thought you had was never what you imagined. Trust is like glass. Once it's broken, no matter how hard you try, you can never piece it back together the same way. I don't know which is worse, the feeling of betrayal or the emptiness that fills your heart when the one person you trusted the most is the one who hurt you. You never truly know the depth of your love until you experience the sharp, agonizing sting of betrayal from someone you thought would never cause you pain. When you invest your heart in someone, you're not just hoping for love, you're hoping that they will protect the very core of who you are. But sometimes that protection is the first thing to crumble. The deepest wounds are not the ones that bleed. They are the ones that betray your trust and leave you questioning your worth. It's hard to face the truth when your heart refuses to believe it. Even when they betray you, your love still wants to make excuses for them. In a relationship, your trust is a precious gift, not a commodity to be bartered with. When it's taken for granted, you realize how fragile love can truly be. Betrayal changes the way you look at people, life, and love. It makes you question everything you once believed in. I thought I was strong enough to handle anything, but the heartbreak of betrayal taught me that some wounds cut deeper than I ever thought possible. When someone you love betrays you, it's not just their actions that hurt. It's the realization that you were never truly enough for them in the first place. The hardest part of being cheated on is not just the loss of the person you loved, but the loss of the future you imagined together. Betrayal is a silent killer. It doesn't scream out in anger. It whispers quietly, eroding the foundation of what you thought was a secure, loving bond. To love someone is to trust them completely. When that trust is betrayed, it's not just the relationship that ends. It's the belief that love is something pure. Sometimes the pain of betrayal is so overwhelming that it feels like you can't breathe, like the world is closing in on you and you're drowning in sorrow. They say time heals all wounds, but sometimes the scars of betrayal are too deep to ever fully fade away. Betrayal doesn't just hurt in the moment, it echoes in your thoughts long after, leaving you wondering if you'll ever feel whole again. To be cheated on is to have the ground beneath you pulled out from under you. to feel the life you knew crumbling, leaving you in a place of uncertainty and pain. The hardest part of betrayal is not knowing what was real, what part of the love you shared was genuine, and what was just a lie. Betrayal shatters not only the heart, but the trust. And without trust, there is no foundation for love to grow. Cheating leaves a wound that isn't just emotional. It's a deep, searing pain that penetrates your soul and makes you question your own value. I gave you everything, my heart, my soul, my trust, and you returned it with nothing but deceit. That's the true agony of betrayal. It's hard to hold on to your self-worth when the person who was supposed to love you has shown you nothing but disrespect. Betrayal is not just an act of cheating, it's an act of choosing someone else over the bond you shared. That choice stings more than any words ever could. When someone you trust betrays you, you start to question your own judgment, wondering if you were ever really good enough for the love you gave. In the wake of betrayal, it feels like you're walking through life with a fog around you, not knowing what to believe or who to trust. The damage done by betrayal isn't always visible on the outside. It's the invisible scars on the heart that linger long after the tears have dried. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. Without it, you're left with a hollow shell of what once was, and nothing feels real anymore. When your partner cheats, it's not just the affair that hurts. It's the feeling of being discarded, of not being enough to hold their love. Betrayal cuts so deep because it comes from the person who was supposed to protect you from harm, the person you trusted more than anyone else. It's heartbreaking to realize that the love you thought was invincible was only as strong as the person who promised to protect it.